Well, good Wednesday morning, everyone. We've officially made it halfway through the work and school week. 48 First Alert meteorologist Chelsea Aaron here with you on this Wednesday morning, but we have a lot more rain in the forecast. Now, today we will be tracking widely scattered showers and storms, already tracking some rain at this hour, and this will likely linger into your evening commute. Now, overnight we expect to dry out, but keep the rain gear handy because plenty more rounds of showers and storms likely in the forecast for both Thursday and Friday. We still are trending a bit drier heading into the weekend, but not completely rain-free. Not tracking any threat for strong to severe storms at this time, but a few locally organized storms will be possible as we head later on into the afternoon. So let's talk about what's going on right now. Just some heavy downpours and frequent lightning with some of these storms that continue to track to the north and east. There in Coleman County, seeing a lot of lightning right along Highway 278. Also seeing some heavier downpours pushing into southern Franklin County just to the south and west of Russellville, should I say south and east. Also some heavy rain up towards Moulton. Not everyone is going to see rain today, but if you want to play it on the safe side, just make sure you have the umbrella close by as we still have that frontal boundary that's basically stalled out. It's situated west and east right along the Alabama-Tennessee border there. Again, some heavier downpours pushing north of Haleyville. Seeing a lot of lightning strikes right there. Some moderate shower activity up through Hatton. Jones Chapel, Crane Hill, seeing some torrential downpours as well. Up here in Huntsville, dry at the moment, but we likely will see further development as we see more instability creep in during the afternoon. Henniger seeing some showers there. Not seeing much activity in and around Fort Payne, but everyone has a pretty decent chance of seeing some kind of rainfall as we head throughout the rest of the day. Live look across Huntsville where skies are partly to mostly cloudy, and we could see some of this cloud cover clear, especially once temperatures rise and the instability creeps back in. Current temperatures upper 60s, lower 70s, and it's very humid outside. Our dew points remain well into the 60s. It's feeling more like a summer day, and it's that time of year where I'm trying to take my dog on a walk and she just gets tired very quickly. Keep this in mind. Humidity levels will stay quite high throughout the rest of the week just due to this frontal boundary and also moisture that continues to push in from the south. And this is what could possibly fuel some of those locally strong storms through the afternoon. Again, overall organized severe weather threat extremely low. Main impacts will be some hail producers, possibly even some occasional lightning and heavy downpours, but we're not going to see wind gusts reach severe criteria as we head throughout the rest of the day. Winds could exceed 35, even 40 miles per hour. Brief gusty winds possible, but again, main impacts likely could be some small pea-sized hail, could be larger up to a quarter size. And then frequent lightning. So hour by hour on your future radar, despite the cloud cover. And again, some of these clouds will continue to thin out through the afternoon. High temperatures still easily climbing into the 80s, maybe even some middle 80s out there. And again, instability will allow some of these storms to become strong at times. And they are going to be widely scattered across the region. I think this model guidance is a bit aggressive. I don't see this much coverage. Again, we will see less coverage than we had yesterday and on Monday. But still, you want to have the umbrella, especially if you get caught in one of these thunderstorms. And keep this in mind for your evening commute. Could take you a little extra time to get home. And take it easy on the roadways, especially if you get caught in a heavier downpour. Few locally strong storms possible. Main threats with any of these storms going to be some hail, frequent lightning, brief gusty winds, and heavy rainfall. We won't have any additional lift, and so the peak coverage will likely arrive through the peak heating hours of the day. Once we head past sunset, we see this coverage really decrease, and most of us going to be mainly dry overnight, besides an isolated shower or stray storm. Overnight lows remaining very mild and muggy, dipping back into the upper 50s, lower and middle 60s. And if we see more clearing overnight, there definitely will be another threat for fog developing for your early morning commute on Thursday. So I would allow extra time before you head out the door. We're going to rinse and repeat. You know the drill by now. Make sure you have the rain gear before you head out to take the kids to school, before you're going to work. Thursday morning, likely going to be dry, but we will see additional rounds of showers and storms throughout the day Thursday and definitely into Friday. Here are those primary storm threats throughout this afternoon and evening. Again, severe weather unlikely. That's just not the kind of setup that we're dealing with today, but definitely couldn't rule out some gusty winds as high as 35-40 miles per hour. Heavy rainfall as the precipitable water amounts in the atmosphere very high. Frequent lightning, we're already seeing some of that activity at this hour. And again, some of these storms could produce some hail. Medium to high rain chances stick with us throughout your work and school week, both on Thursday and Friday. And yes, we keep some of the rain around into your upcoming weekend. Unfortunately, we're not going to get as lucky as we had these past weekends, but note, it's not going to be a washout by any means, and the coverage should be much more isolated in nature than what we've been dealing with the past couple of days. So another short wave, a series of short waves will continue to ripple through this stalled boundary. This is going to be the focus for additional rounds of showers and storms throughout the rest of the week and likely for the first half of your Saturday. I wouldn't cancel any outdoor plans by any means, just with this current setup heading into the weekend, but make sure you have a backup plan. You might have to dodge a couple of showers and storms at times, especially through the afternoon. Maybe some 30-minute to an hour delay, but we should be drying out quite quickly into Saturday evening. And other than some light lingering showers on Sunday, the latter half of your weekend and into the early part of next week, going to be much drier overall. And again, most locations could very well pick up rainfall amounts as high as 3 inches, possibly even higher amounts in localized areas through the end of the week. This is a good soaking rainfall for us. We needed the rain. And none of the Tennessee Valley currently in any sort of drought. But this is going to help with all of your beautiful blooms, like they say, April showers bring May flowers. So after we trend drier for Sunday and early next week, temperatures really going to start to heat up. We're already quite mild, upper 70s, lower 80s, both today, potentially even middle 80s today and through the end of the week. But by next Monday and Tuesday, we're talking middle upper 80s again. So we'll be close to near 90 degrees, feeling more like summer instead of spring. No, this is not out of the usual, especially for this time of year. We see big temperature climbs as we finish up April and head into May. And before you know it, May, we will transition into what we call a summertime pattern, where we see isolated pop-up showers and thunderstorms nearly each and every day. Each day is filled with heat and humidity. If you've lived here for any period of time, you already know. And then temperatures soar into the 90s. So yes, we'll get awfully close to near 90 degrees both on Monday and Tuesday. Humidity levels likely staying high. Could see some rain chances return later next week, but I think overall next week going to be trending much drier than the pattern we've been stuck with this week. It's just the stationary boundary that really won't move, and then the series of short waves or upper level disturbances that ripple through that just keep persistent rain chances. Some places going to be drier than others. Note, rainfall amounts not going to be distributed evenly necessarily, but again, you always want to play it on the safe side and just have the rain gear just in case. Locally strong storms possible at times this afternoon. Severe threat unlikely. Main impacts would be frequent lightning, heavy downpours, and storms that could produce some hail. We should dry out overnight with more rounds of showers and storms for your Thursday and Friday. Definitely less coverage and drier over the weekend, and much drier into next week, and also much warmer with temperatures near 90 degrees. We have more details on the forecast coming up during our lifestyle show. Join us during Tennessee Valley Living. Also, please join us with Miss Gina Benitez and we will be there during the noon show. Chief Meteorologist Brad Travis, he will be in later on this afternoon for the evening shows at 4, 5, 6, and 10. For now, I hope you have a great Wednesday. Stay dry and stay safe.